Alright, welcome back in. It is February 1, and the first thing we have on the agenda for today is to sell our sunflowers. So we're going to get them loaded up here in the grain truck. And see exactly how many we got. I don't even remember. We got 23,000 liters. Get them loaded in. Not a whole lot, but it's what we got. And I think our best price is at Bucks Mill, so we're going to head that way. And I don't know if you guys can quite see it or not, but so we have the deer in the shop here, and we have the lime spreader and the case ready to go in. You can see the deer in the shop. We got that all fixed up. That's ready to come out as soon as we get back. And the case and the lime spreader are going to go in, and we'll be ready to put some lime down on our fields and work in. We have to plow our cornfield here, and we're going to plow up our little grass field. So I think the plan for the year is going to be the two fields here that we had beans in last year, this one and the most recent one we purchased. Those two fields are going to be corn. This cornfield is going to get plowed together with that grass field over there. That's going to be beans, and we're going to leave 10 and 11, our two fields down here that are plowed together. We're going to leave these two down here in grass until we get another field for grass. So I'm looking at purchasing the one up on the hill and the grass meadow there. So if we get that purchased, I'm hoping to put this in wheat and just mow that meadow as grass. But we'll just have to see how things go, see where our money's at. We haven't paid back any of our loan, but we have enough cash that we can probably buy those two fields, so we might end up doing that, keeping our loan. Our loan's about $500 a day, in-game day, so about $1,000 a month is what we're paying on our loan right now. But I don't think that's terrible, so we'll just kind of have to see how things go. But I'm gonna get over to our sell point. I need to double check and make sure that's the best place to sell, and I'll bring you guys back in when we get there. Alright, welcome back. So I was wrong on Bucks Mill being the best price. It was actually Feeding Grain South, so it doesn't take us too long to get here. This is the closest sell point to the farm, pretty much. So we'll pull over and see what we get for these sunflowers. Fairly decent price, so just kind of see where we end up here. And yeah, definitely looking pretty good. 30, basically 35,000, roughly 600 so dollars. Not a bad profit, and we're up over 300,000, so we can definitely buy those two fields. And we can probably pay off a little bit of our loan with some of the extra, because I believe we have enough seed and fertilizer left in our bins from what we bought to get us through the year, so we shouldn't have any extra costs other than maybe a little fuel. I think our fuel tank's in decent enough shape, but not 100% sure on that. Kind of just depends on where everything ends up, but I'm actually going to wash this truck and trailer because it's in pretty dirty shape, and we should be done with it until July at least, when we sell off our soybeans that we have. So we'll get this pressure washed off, get it parked, and then the only thing left in our bin, I believe, is soybeans. I have to take a double look at that. Our truck is definitely dirty. It's definitely seen a lot of use here. Get it all nice and clean. Looking presentable. Still in pretty decent shape, so take care of it here as best we can. Get our nice trailer all cleaned off. That away. Oh yeah, much better. Nice and clean. So we're just gonna pull this back over, park it over the bin. Get this parked up. So I can't remember where I left off with you guys the last time, if we were in December or not, but hasn't really been a whole lot going on through the winter months since we sold all our stuff off. Get this shed opened up, squeeze across, try to squeeze across here, hop in, back this out. We're ready to plow. Everything's fixed up, pretty clean. Definitely no paint left on the most of the plow here, but we're just going to park this in the shed for now. And we did get all the fertilizer emptied out of the out of our spreader. That's sitting back there. We had about a little over 1 pallet of fertilizer left. The dry fertilizer here. We had a little over 1 pallet left, and there's a full pallet here. We put the rest of it in the planter because that's going to be the next thing we need it in. But we're going to pull this in here. Get this over the pit. Turn it off. Let's see, kind of block my steps off here. There we go. So we'll repair that for $8.44, and yeah, what's another 20 bucks to repair that? Get that all nice and good to go, and we can get it loaded up with lime. Out. Hop out here. Close the door back down. Turn the lights out. We'll get this loaded up with lime. We'll just park it. So we'll just park it here for now. Hop in the skid loader. I'm gonna park our lime in a little bit here. that much left in that one, I guess. But I'm gonna get this spreader loaded up with lime, and unless anything crazy happens, I will see you guys in probably March, I guess, when we start getting into our field work. Alright, welcome back. It is March 1. We had a pretty uneventful finish to our February. So we're going to start off by plowing up the corn and our grass field. And getting that ready. I think if we can get the plowing done, we will we should be good as far as liming everything all at once. So we're just going to drop it in here, and we're on our way. We are officially working ground for our second year here in Bucks County, and we will have to figure out exactly how we're going to tie these fields together. I don't think it should be too terrible, but I think once we get around here, it shouldn't be too bad. We'll have to see. I think I should just be able to make a little loop, and with a little loop around what trees we have left. I could have took a lot more trees out, I guess, and probably came straight across in the direction that we're heading now, but I don't want to cut too many trees down. I kind of like I like having the woods around us, and I don't want to get fields that aren't I kind of like the irregular fields. So we're just gonna plow up here, and we'll see, I guess, when we get around to it, which we're coming up here now. I think we're just gonna kind of cut the road that's already there. We're gonna cut off, say probably, I think if I go maybe like just kind of start cutting here. I think that'll work pretty good. And we can plow all this grass under, which plowing this grass under will give us a fertilization state. So we won't need as much fertilizer, not that it really matters, because the beans that we're going to be putting in this field don't require a whole lot of nitrogen. But beans are definitely probably our biggest cash crop. It's not our biggest yielding crop, but oh, I didn't even realize that didn't go that far. I'll tell you what, back up here. Go ahead while we're here. Not that it really matters, but we'll just loop out a little extra. Make this field slightly larger. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. We want to make sure that we don't miss too many spots. I mean, we do have a no-till, but the more of this grass that we get plowed under, the more extra fertilizer we're going to get. You can see where we came down through with the mulching head. I ended up just chopping most of that up with the forestry mulcher to make sure that we're good. We might actually end up being a little too low towards the road on the lower end. Want to keep the fields a little ways off the road so that we're not running into any issues, but we'll have to see kind of what it looks like when we get down here. I might end up having to plant some grass back along the road. We might have chopped up a little too much, but we're gonna have to see how these fields come together when we get down here. But as far as this episode goes, I think we're gonna be probably getting this field plowed up for sure, and liming hopefully everything. Yeah, so this is where it's gonna be kind of weird. Like, I'm just gonna cut across here like this. We're definitely gonna have to put a little bit. I got a little out of hand there, so we're gonna definitely have to put a little bit of grass back in, but that's no big deal. Costs us a little money in grass seed, but I think in the end it'll look better keeping the field off the road a little bit than getting way up tight to it. So we'll finish out this headlands, get this field plowed up, and I'll bring you guys back in after. Alright, and that took way longer than I thought it was going to. But we are done plowing this field up. We spent the better part of an entire day. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, and that was way more than I thought it was going to be. But that is going to be a massive field of beans for us this coming year. We're going to get the tractor hosed off, get the plow hosed off, and get this line spreader going. Might get a field done, one field at least done this afternoon. We have all of them to do. We have our now 4 fields that we own. So we have, even our grass field needs limed, but we should be finished with the plow for a little while. So we're gonna back this in the shed, get it put away back in here beside the baler where we typically keep it. I think we're done with it. Something changes, yeah, won't be too bad to hook up. Get it in here nice and square. There we go. Drop it there. Pull this tractor over here to the side for now. Man, that thing needs a paint job bad. But we're gonna see how far this line will go here this evening. So it's about 3:30 now. I think we just go ahead and start here on this field and see how far we can make it. I really wish the lime spread on this spreader was as wide as the fertilizer, but it's not even close. But we'll get at least 2 headlands with the lime. I think 2 should be good. Our turning radius is a lot better with this than it is with the plow. And I didn't look where we were at percentage wise in here. I know it wasn't full, but I didn't look to see where we were at. I'm sure you guys saw it. If not, you can bounce back in the video and see. So we'll figure out exactly how much lime we use. But so we have technically 4 fields now, and I do think that we're probably gonna end up buying the field there up on the hill, along with the little grass meadow. That's the plan anyway. So hopefully, I know we got enough money based on the prices that the town had given me. So I think that's our better option than paying off our loan. Our loan isn't costing us a whole lot each month, so I think it would be worth it to have more fields and more, I guess more crop. Our crops are where we're going to make our most money, so our crops are where we're going to make all of our money. So I think the plan will be to buy more fields as quickly as we can. We'll get the loan paid off. Hopefully, if we get 2 extra fields, we sell the soybeans this year in July, we should be able to get quite a bit paid off. And once the loan's paid off, then obviously it's all profit from there. But I'm going to get this field here limed up, and that's probably going to be all that we get done for today in game. It's definitely going to be, take this slow here, I don't want to miss anything. Around these inside corners are the worst as far as making sure you hit everything. There we go. That should be pretty good. But I'll call into the town and see if they are still good with selling us those two fields all at the same time. I wouldn't know why they wouldn't be. They're not doing anything with them. They've been sitting empty for as long as we've been here. I don't know why they wouldn't want to at least recoup a little bit of their money, get those fields sold, and then once those two fields are sold, there's only a couple pieces left of that farm, and then we can really start working towards cattle and getting things rocking and rolling here. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this field up. I'll jump you guys into a time lapse, and I'll see you when we're finished. Alright, it's about 5:30 in the afternoon, and we got one field taken care of today. But granted, this one field is bigger than all the rest of our fields put together, most likely. But we got that done. We're just gonna back this in the shed. We hardly used any lime yet again, so my massive lime purchase, you know, at the beginning of our start here has what do we have here? We still have 8 big bags left of lime. Plus, we're definitely not going to use all of that. We're going to get the shed closed up. I'm going to head inside for dinner. Been a long day in the tractor. And tomorrow we will get the rest of our fields limed. And I'll see you guys then. Good morning, everybody. So, as you can see, we have way less money than we did yesterday, and that is because we now own more fields. So we're gonna take a ride to check them. It was about 181,000 for the fields, and then another, I think, 9,000 to have the soil sampling done. So I think we were right around like 190,000 altogether. But it is it's right here. So this big grass meadow is ours now, as well as this field. And I haven't been out here since we got the soil sampling done. This field's been limed since we got here, and the pH value is still bad, so we're gonna have to lime this again. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't even know if I can put lime down on a lime state, so might have to wait. It is plowed though, so we don't need that. But this piece here actually comes all the way up. Excuse me. It comes all the way up to the driveway, and it's actually this woods right here too. Everything like kind of in here to the right of, I think here. It might be here. Not 100% sure, but all this grass is ours. I'm not sure if this is just meadow grass or if we might end up plowing this grass up so that we can, actually need to get the brakes looked at in this truck. Yeah, so this doesn't have any field information, so I would say that we can plow this up and actually lime and fertilize it to get a better yielding grass. But I think that's going to be our grass field. We're going to keep this until whenever we can plant wheat, and then we're going to plow this up and put wheat in it. But today is lime everything. We're going to get lime on this field, our little field, and we're going to see if it'll let us lime over top of the lime that's already on our new field, and figure out, kind of exactly where we're going to be. We got to figure out the plan for the new field. But first things first is we'll get done what we know we can get done, and that is get lime on our 2 bean fields that we had. So we're starting at 77%, and head out here and get some liming done. Alright, I figured I'd bring you back in for this last field. I was not expecting for this to work. I kind of thought we'd have to work the field first, and maybe it has something to do with precision farming. I probably should have still worked the field first, because this is not going to be easy to see where I'm going. I kind of have to watch my soil map in the bottom left, but we're gonna try to get this field done. It's gonna be stressful trying to make sure that we don't miss spots, because with precision farming you obviously can't, if you miss a little triangle you can't get it. So I'm gonna try to get this whole field done. I didn't want to leave you guys in time lapse just because it just looks like I'm driving back and forth doing nothing, and I just didn't figure it would be fun to watch even in a time lapse. So I'm gonna knock this field out off camera and then figure out. So I can't buy soil information for the for that grass meadow, and I don't know if I plow my own field if it'll allow me to create soil information. So I got to do some googling on that too, and I guess figure it out from there. But I'm gonna try to get this field done quick, and I'll bring you all back in when I get it done. Alright guys, just got back into the farm here, and we're actually gonna hook the plow back up. Probably shouldn't have unhooked it so quick, but we're gonna hook the plow back up, and we're gonna go plow our new meadow. And I think if I plow it, and I should be able to get soil information on it after it's plowed. So that's the plan. We're gonna come down here, and you can kind of see the outline of the meadow a little bit where the grass is different. I'm just going to try to follow that. We also need to fertilize our grass field, but I'm thinking if I plow our new meadow up and then lime it, we can fertilize both grass fields at the same time, because we're going to have to unload the lime out of this our fertilizer spreader. So I think that's the direction we're gonna go. But we'll zip up here and see how much of a pain this is gonna be, and whether or not it's gonna even let us do it. We might have to allow create fields on the plow, the whole thing. So we'll just have to kind of see how things go here. But you can kind of see where the grass is different. I'm just going to try to follow that line around. I said I don't know if it's going to work just going or not. So we'll have to see here. Yeah, so we're going to have to allow create fields. And I'm just going to kind of follow this around as best I can. Probably hit a couple headlands since we're gonna have to do the whole thing in create fields, but this grass field's gonna be our only grass field, so I want to be able to lime and fertilize it to get the best yield out of our grass. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'll bring you guys along for the ride. Alright, so that field is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I couldn't hit too close to the edges on this other property with their right away. I guess it doesn't allow us to plow up that close to it. We have to give them so much, so until we buy the rest of the farm, this is just kind of going to be what we have and what we're kind of stuck with. So I'm just going to zip this back to the farm. We are done with the plow now, I believe. Should be, hopefully. So I'm going to spray it off, get it put away, and we can lime that grass field. I'll probably hit that off camera. I'm sure you guys have seen enough liming time lapses for the day. So I'm going to lime that off camera, and then I'm hoping after that's done that we have enough time. I got to get soil samples for that, and I'm hoping we have enough time to get the grass planted today, because if we don't get it planted today, I'm not sure when it's going to get planted, because April is going to be putting corn in the ground, and that's probably going to be in our next episode, but I'm hoping that April is putting corn in the ground at least, and then probably May we'll plant our bean field. I don't know what we're gonna do with the new piece just yet. Probably gonna be corn. Probably have 3 corn fields and just this one big bean field, but not completely sure just yet. So I'm gonna get this washed up, put away, and get what we just plowed up limed, and I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, we're back, and I got the 4955, hooked the planter back in. We got our liming done, but it did start to rain, and it's pretty much going to rain until dark. So I think we're going to call this an episode, and in the next one we will be doing a lot of planting. Probably some fertilizing. We got at least 1 field of beans to put in and 2 fields of corn, and we got to figure out whether we're putting beans or corn in our new field. We got to plant grass, we have to fertilize all of it, and it's going to be a busy episode, but I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thank you guys so much for watching and liking the videos and subscribing. As of recording this, we just passed 300 subscribers, and I appreciate it so much. I'm glad you guys like it, and continue to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good day.